Hey YouTube! In today's video, I'm going to go over the top 10 things you should take into consideration before you get into that low or no down payment program. As you are aware, in this video, I explain about how I was able to buy my house with no down payment, no closing costs, none of that, okay? But there are some things that everybody should take into consideration before you go that route. First thing, think about the location that you want to live in, okay? When it comes to finding a house that you want to buy, choose a location, stick with that location. And when I say choose a location, go with your top 3 to 5 locations in your area. So let's say I want to live in like a top suburb. Number 2 would be something that complements like a good school system. It might not have all of the perks of a bougie town, but it's still something that I feel comfortable in, okay? And then I might go around other locations that are in the area, but it's not my top ideal choice. So I had 3 top choices that I stuck to, and no matter what, I had to stay in these locations when buying a house. So know what you want, where you want it, and stick to it, okay? Write those down. The next thing you want to do is do not start looking on Zillow or Realtor.com until you get that pre-approval, okay? You might think that you're only going to qualify for like a $50,000 house, depending on the area. I'm not sure, but I know in my area houses can range very different depending on the city. But I was thinking that I would only have to afford a $50,000 loan for a house. Lies. Because of this program, I was able to have a lot more comfort room in my budget to go ahead and buy a house that fits my needs and my wants. So yeah, I mean, just be pretty mindful. It's not going to hurt if you do look at other houses before you start, you really start going around to get that pre-approval. But I mean, I don't want to like have you burst your bubble or go down one route. The best thing to do is just to make a list of your desires, your wants, your needs, and what you can and will not compromise on, okay? So again, location, and now you need your wants and needs, but still keep this in the back of your mind until you get that pre-approval. The next step is, if you have student loans, get out of deferment. If you want to buy a house, get out of deferment. I know when it came to like doing FHA loans, they had to use like 3% of whatever you were using. But mind you, I didn't get an FHA loan. This is typically for all mortgage companies. They want you to be paying on your student loans or be in good standing. So rather that is you being like on an income driven repayment plan like what I'm doing, basically they just go off of my income. It's affordable for me. Honestly, my student loans cost more than my house because I have a bachelor's, a master's, a certificate, the whole 9. And I was very irresponsible in my undergrad degree, but that's a different story. I'm gonna make a video about that. But yeah, make sure you start paying on your loans. You do not want 3% of your loans to be counted towards your monthly payments on them, because that's going to mess up how much money you can qualify on a loan. The next thing you want to do is stay within a budget. So there's a way that you can calculate how much your monthly budget is and then how much of your house mortgage is going to be. Me, I decided to go with a budget of a mortgage per month that costs less than what I was paying in my apartment. I feel like what I was paying was pretty high, and for my area, I know I can get more house for the same amount of money or less. So luckily, I was able to get that mortgage that allows me to have that wiggle room, and I'm not paying as much as I was in my apartment. All right, this next point, your wants, your needs. Is this going to be your starter home? Is this going to be your forever home? Or is this somewhere in between? Me, I decided that this is going to be my starter home because, one, I prefer to live in, like, I love the area I'm in, but there's other areas that I want to live in too, you know? And then 2, like, I like the size house because I have small kids and you want to like be really close nearby to them. On top of that, figure out what type of house do you truly need right now. I know some people, they want to get a forever home when they first start out. It's all fine and dandy. Just do what's going to work best for you. One thing was, when you go looking for houses, cosmetics, shosmetics, whatever, don't worry about cosmetic issues like paint chip or a door frame, something, you know, stuff that's minor. Okay, I want to know about the big stuff, the big money stuff, like the electrical panel. Is the electrical panel done the right way, or I'm gonna have to like contract an electrician to come out here later on down the road. Another thing would be like your roof. Like you want to make sure your roof is in good standing. Like you don't want to have to be paying somebody a lot of money to come out and you just bought the house. Like no, just worry about the big costs, the big money items. The cosmetic stuff you can take care of. You can hide it if you don't feel like fixing it. You can change colors of your house, you know, the walls. You don't have to stick with the colors that it comes with. So some people just try to be so like strict about what they want, but it's like that's not even like a big deal, you know. So don't worry about that. Like if I wanted a 2-car garage, but hey, it didn't come with a genie. I didn't want to have to be the one to lift it up, so of course we had to get a genie so we can, you know, work it remotely. So yeah, think about stuff that's going to matter. All right, even though when you're doing a program like NACA, even though you don't have a down payment, Anita, or any closing costs, still keep at least a couple thousand to the side. That's going to cover your moving, your furniture, just some things that might pop up. Like we had to pay for a mover. I of course bought furniture because, you know, we have more space. We had to take care of an air conditioner, which goes on to my next point. Don't wholeheartedly just take the opinion of one realtor or one inspector. You need to do your due diligence and make sure you're getting the right opinions from the right people. Me, at first I thought my inspector was fine. After being in the house, I'm starting to notice some things that he didn't catch. So now the question is, why didn't he catch these things? Just be mindful. Honestly, if I had to do it, I would probably pay for 2 inspectors to come out and do my inspection, because what one inspector won't catch, another inspector might. So you just want to cover your bases, making sure that you know, you're getting a fair inspection done in your house. If you need to have people with you that you trust and know has already been in the housing market and they know what they're looking for, maybe have them come with you to the inspection, because they can be like that third eye. Like this is like something that's kind of new to you, especially this is your first house that you're buying. And even though the inspector is supposed to do this next step, make sure you check all the plumbing, HVAC, make sure it's working properly. We had an issue where in the master bathroom, the shower drain was not connected to anything. So guess where all the water went when we got into the shower? It went straight into the basement. So we had to pay for somebody to come out, run a pipe to one of the major pipes. I don't know, it was just a hot mess. And the same thing with the HVAC. Like they didn't check everything for the air conditioner. Like it was old crusty dusty air conditioner. I had to pay money out of pocket to get a new air conditioner. That's not fair, especially if you want to enjoy being in a house. Like you want to do it with little expenses on your behalf. That is all that I have for today's video. I hope this was very helpful. If you found it helpful, please like the video, leave a comment in the description about what you thought was the most helpful point. If there's any other questions that other viewers might have, leave those tips in the comments too, so that everybody can have that chance to gain some wisdom while sharing some wisdom. So yeah, I'm going to leave on that note. If you are new to the family, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you join me. This is Natural Normal Nate, and this is all I have to say. Goodbye.